Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi Podcast. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. Notary Educators, LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Tune in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast and subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi's YouTube channel also for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
Welcome to Notary Educators with Kimmi. How's it going? How is it going? Hey, I thought I would go live for a few minutes. I want to tell you about some free resources that I have that you may not be aware of. And I just want to welcome everyone to Notary Educators. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Kimmi, your number one notary educator, where I teach people how to have a great foundation in the business. You got to know what you're doing. You got to build your notary house so when the storms come, it won't fall down. Okay? You want to make sure your foundation is good. That's the key to building a home. That's the key to anything you want to do, is having a great foundation, right? Thinking about marriage, you want to make sure that when you're dating that person, that's when it starts, not after the wedding day. It starts in the beginning. Okay, the foundation is being laid every time you guys communicate. That's how the foundation is laid, and all of those steps and brick by brick leads up to a wedding and hopefully a good marriage, right? Even after the wedding day, you have to put work into it. I guess that's fresh on my mind because I just went to a wedding recently. So, hi everyone, welcome. Hey Joy. How are you? Welcome everyone. So tonight we are going to talk about really quick some of the resources that we have at Notary Educators for you that are completely free. Okay? So let's get right into it, and those that are joining us can always come back. Where are you at, Joy? What city? What state? What state are you in? What state are you in? I'm in Georgia, but I teach nationwide because, as I always say, all of your documents do not just originate from your state. They come from everywhere. Texas, welcome. Yes, everything's bigger in Texas. Great. How long have you been a notary? You use this as a little coaching session for yourself while you're here. All right, let's get into it though. So some of the free resources that I have at Notary Educators, and you can go right to notaryeducatorsllc.com under free resources, are a basic roadmap to becoming a notary. A basic roadmap. That roadmap includes some of the supplies that you will need, some of the training that you will need. It's a very nice roadmap, and that's completely free, okay? Another free resource over at Notary Educators is how to become a loan signing agent. We have mapped that out. Not yet, but very interested. Okay, Joy, no worries. So some of these free resources will maybe help you to make your decision. If you decide to become a notary, they will take you step by step on what to do, okay? These are some free resources. There is also the Notary Loan Signing Agent, how to become one. There's a roadmap for that. Okay, and that's completely free. Again, you can go right to the website under free resources. There is also a check sheet, a checklist if you want to become an apostille agent. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, let's go back just a little bit because we got Joy here who's new, and many of you might be new too. So what does a notary do? Basically, a notary goes out and signs documents, identify their client. They're a little bit more, it's a lot more to it than that, but it's not that complicated where you couldn't learn how to do it. So once you become a notary, most people are often interested or find out about the notary business from being a notary signing agent. And that would be your next step. So being a notary signing agent deals more with the loan side of it, loan products, But nowadays, an assignment could be estate packages. It could be anything, right? If you know, you know. And then the next step would be, a lot of people want to learn about apostille. So we created a apostille checklist for you. So you may not have known all of this, but that's a free checklist for you for apostilles also. One of the resources is in Spanish. 2 or 3 of them may be in the Spanish language, because I find a lot of people may not, they have to eventually do stuff in English, but maybe initially learning the business, they would like to learn a little bit what it is in Spanish. So there's a couple Spanish resources available. There is, a lot of people are paying for their EIN number. There's a link over there for that under free resources. You don't have to pay for that. If anyone is trying to charge you for your EIN number, don't do it. It's completely free. I have a link under free resources for you. There's also a link for you to learn about the LLC. Many of you want to get LLCs for your business. Do you need it? So there's a link for that to take you right to the LLC page on the IRS. So you can find out what an LLC is and if you even need it, okay? There's also a link there for the podcast, to join our email list. We send out different tips, usually 2 to 3 times a week. I'm working on that right now, making sure it's a little more consistent, but we send out tips via the email. So you definitely want to sign up for those if you're thinking about growing your business, starting a business, wherever you are in your business, okay? So under free resources is also the podcast. So there's a whole slew of things under the free resources page on Notary Educators, okay? Then, of course, we have the Start Your Notary Business book. And that's what Joy said. She said, I purchased your book and currently reading it. Yeah, so Joy, that will help you to see exactly everything you can do in the business, how to start your notary business, how to market your notary business. And for those of you who may be new again to the channel, Joy is referencing the Start Your Notary Business book that I wrote for each state. Each state has their own book. Each state has just a little bit of difference. So there's a state for Texas, Georgia, California, Alabama. There's a book for every state. So check out the one for your state. And then also we have the mentorship, which is paid. That's $47 per month, and that includes access to all of our training courses, over 16, plus all the replays of the deep dives into different topics. So that's another way you can get access and get help. It also includes a free chat. So I mentioned yesterday, and let me know, you guys that are here today. Welcome, everybody. Where else are people from? We got Joy from Texas. Who else is here? I was mentioning yesterday, I think in June, I'm going to maybe roll out a YouTube membership. And with the YouTube membership, it'll work differently, of course, from the mentorship program. The YouTube membership program will be access to the replays of our meetings that we have, the weekly sessions that we have with our paid members. It'll give you a back row seat. And then also, it will include one live monthly Zoom. So as you're learning through the videos, you can come back and you can ask a few questions. So it won't be ongoing mentorship because that's a different program. But if you're looking just to get a little glimpse or glance into what the mentorship program looks like, or if you're a person where you kind of know a little bit about the business, you just need a little bit more, then those videos are going to really help you, because we deep dive into topics as how to certify a copy, how to use ChatGPT in your business, how to maximize your Google business page. Now, I have videos here on the channel referencing most of those things, but it's just surface level. Even though I have 1,000 videos here, the deep training happens behind the scenes. It does. It has to. And then that way we know you're serious. Okay. So I think I was thinking of a $14.97 price point. Let me know, would that be of interest to you, joining the YouTube membership? Okay. And again, that also with that YouTube membership, the way I'm creating that package, it will include 70% off all the courses. So right now they're 60% off. But if you're a member, you would get 70% off of whatever course you choose to take. Hey, Martha. How are you? Where are you located, Martha? Yeah, so that would work. That would give you a little additional benefit of being a member, because you can get an additional 10% off the courses too. So, It's a lot of perks to being a member. And then like when we're here live, like now, you would get badges. So your comment would rise to the top. I could see it quicker, easier. And you, of course, get preference because you're in the membership. So let me know. Do you think that was something? Joy said, yeah, she would definitely be interested. Yeah, I think it's going to roll out in June. And again, I think it just gives you a glimpse into the program. One, it's definitely beneficial no matter what level you choose. If you want to do that or if you want to do the full-blown mentorship. But we will meet monthly over here on YouTube, and that's going to be a live Zoom, and then the replays will always be available in case you can't make that one day of the month that we meet together. Martha says, I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm in Georgia. Oh, good. I'm in Georgia too. Yeah, I'm in Georgia. And again, I teach nationwide though, because all of your documents are not going to originate in the state of Georgia. Most of my documents actually come from California, Florida. And you may say, well, Kimmi, how's that possible? And you're in Georgia. That's possible because the people are moving, shaking, selling property. So all of my clients are not physically even here. Well, let me take that back. All of my clients, the property is not here. They may live here in Georgia now, but they may have sold a property in California to relocate here. They may have sold a property in Arizona and now they're living here. So they're not going to tell my client that's living here now, hey, you know what? You got to go back to California or you got to go back to Arizona. No, the document is here. The person is here. They're going to call a Georgia notary. And I'm hoping, because my Google page is maximized, yours truly is going to be called. Yeah. So what is going on with you guys? What questions do you have? I'm sitting here in the car for a little bit, waiting on Jeffrey. So you know I'm always looking around, see who's who. Look, I'm looking around, see what's up. What questions do you all have tonight about the notary industry? Yesterday I shared that I made a terrible mistake with my Zelle account and I Zelled the wrong person. So if you did not catch that live, go back and see it. Hey Lisa, what's up Lisa? How you doing? Lisa is in membership. Lisa also is assisting us with our group chat now. So we are trying to get back on track with, well, we never got off track really. We just needed a little bit more assistance because it's just myself, Alexis, and Jeffrey. And Jeffrey does more of the technical part of it. So Lisa has been knocking it out the box in mentorship. So she's graciously agreed to help us with our group chat. So yeah, so anyway, check out all the you're doing an amazing job, Lisa. Check out all of the resources at notaryeducatorsllc.com, all of the free ones, and then also if you're interested in self-paced courses, they're on sale 60% off. Coupon code is WIN2025, WIN2025, so you can check that out too. I got this shirt at, I think I got it at Ross, and I just love this shirt. It's so comfy, and it's so cute with the big flower on it. Not selling it, but I just loved it. And at first, me and my sister both were like, and I kept looking at it. I told the lady, I said, give me that shirt back. And it's so soft, and, I just love it. So we're actually getting ready to go into the gym, or I'm going to walk. I haven't decided which one I want to do yet because I prefer to be outside. Yeah, I prefer to be outside. I'm not a big gym person. It's not my favorite thing in the world to do. I'll do it, but like I said, I really prefer the air. It's good for your lungs. It's good for your mental state. So what else is going on in these notary businesses? I know something going on. Joy says, awesome. I will definitely go to the website. Yes. Yeah. And just take your time. I always tell people, just kind of take your time and play around with the website. The descriptions are crystal clear. You don't have to guess. You don't have to worry. I think Kimmi means it really is this. No, I'm very clear as to what's included in the mentorship. I'm very clear about what each course will teach you. Okay. So I think it'll be crystal clear what you should do. And it's really depending on what do you need in your business? Are you needing full support? Do you just need to learn the business? Do you want to learn kind of quietly and come back? I just ate some pecans in a salad, and I think I can feel my face trying to itch. I have a nut allergy, but it's not like a life or death nut allergy. And I was watching something the other day. The guy from NBC News, he had a nut allergy at the Kentucky Derby. So I got to quit playing around with these nuts. But the main ones that I know that I don't play around with, like, see my cheek? Yeah, it's raising a little bit. I don't play around with macadamia nuts. And the reason it might be a little extra today, because I had a Kind bar earlier. And the Kind bar has nuts in it. So that had almonds. Oh, it was so good, though. I just had half of it, so I felt this little bump raising over here. So anytime I have an allergy, it's usually because of something I've eaten. So I do have to be a little more cautious these days. So I don't have the EpiPen, but again, it's typically not that bad. Yeah, my allergies are just crazy. So I'm always looking around to see what's going on. So we got a lot of new people here with us. What questions do you have about starting the notary business? And don't forget, Joy said quit eating them. Yeah, I know I need to, right? Don't forget about the free resources for those of you who are just joining. I won't go over them all again, but go back to the beginning of the video and you can see all the different resources also at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Okay. What questions do you have, though? Do you have anything you've been like, dog, I really want to know? Boom. Honey, babe. Hi. How are you? And welcome to mentorship. She just joined mentorship. Welcome, welcome. And you'll see me live in the group next week. I think our session is next Tuesday or Wednesday. I was going to look at my phone, but I forgot I'm on my phone. So, yay. I know. I'm excited for you. So, you've had a chance to look at some of the videos. What are your thoughts so far? Because I know you followed me for a long time before you joined. What are your thoughts on what you've watched so far? The actual training. And again, welcome to the program. What else are we talking about today? I know it's something y'all want to talk about. As soon as I get off the live, somebody gonna have some comments. But I'm here live in the flesh. We can talk. What else is going on with me? So for me, you probably have seen a whole lot more of me. Let's just say that. You've seen a whole lot more of me recently. I'm doing more shorts, more life videos, you know, maybe me with coffee, me with water, me walking or whatever. I'm doing a little bit more of that. People just want to see, you know, what you do. And I'm pretty open book here. I just haven't shared a lot of my personal life. I mean, what I do is notary, basically. So yeah, I've been doing quite a bit more. A lot of my friends are like, girl, I see you doing Instagram. You are tearing up Instagram and TikTok. So I've been really working on my social media. Have you guys caught any of my new videos and some of the music? And that's the part I've been enjoying because I love music. So I've been able to incorporate the music in my new shorts. What are you guys thinking about the new shorts with the music and dancing and all this kind of stuff? Tell me what you're thinking about that. What's your thoughts? And of course, there's always going to be an educational piece. But what are your thoughts? Let's see. And I'm hoping I'm inspiring you to do more with your social media. Let me know if I'm inspiring you to do more with your social media also. Joy says, I just need to know where to start and then move forward. So you have the book. That is where you start. You have the book. There is no magic sauce. You have the book. So start with the book and I outline literally step by step. I've had to have people, Joy, sometimes they buy the book, they look at the book and they still call me and say, what do I do? I'm like, you didn't read the book. You need to take your time and eat it like a nice steak dinner that you paid $200 for. Okay. You don't just rush that down like a McDonald's hamburger, right? A $200 meal or $150 meal, even $50 meal, you're going to eat that a little bit slower. You're going for the ambiance. You want 5 courses. You want it nice and slow, right? But when you go to McDonald's, you're in a hurry, you're on an hour lunch, half hour lunch. Most people don't even get an hour. You're on a half hour lunch. You chow that burger down, you ain't even tasted. You ever eat so fast and you go back and say, dang, I ain't even tasted. I got to get some more. I'm a fast eater. So my mother all my life is like, you eat too fast, you eat too fast, you eat too fast. So I am a fast eater. And that's why sometimes I'm like, dang, I ain't even tasted. I got to go back and get some more. So my point in reading the book, though, is devour it like a nice, slow cooked meal or something you paid a lot of money for. You got to just really take your time. Because once you read it once, okay, fine. You read it, now what? But if you actually take your time, chapter, it ain't that many chapters actually, but go page by page and actually do the checklist, read it and process it. Okay, Kimmi says that I need to get my commission. Let me stop here. Let me go get my commission. Kimmi says I need to get some supplies. Let me stop here, get my supplies. Kimmi says I need to get my handbook. Let me stop here and order the handbook. So if you actually do the steps in the book, you're going to be ready. And then your next step is going to be training, because the book doesn't cover training, but we got you covered on that too, okay? Let's see what else we got here. Katie's Kitchen, welcome. She says, oh, yay, caught alive, and that's why I'm here. What's up? So Katie's Kitchen said, I listen to you while I clean. Welcome again, Katie's Kitchen. Yes, I'm in the flesh, so any questions you want to ask, go ahead. I asked earlier, how do you like the new shorts and stuff? And Lori is saying she loves it all. Thank you, Lori. Lori's in mentorship, and she's super dope, too. Thank you. I appreciate it, Lori. Lori is always helping out, too. Martha says, yes, I like those. Oh, thank you, Martha. Yes, thank you. I get a chance to do my other side of Kimmi and do a little teaching at the same time. I try not to just go too crazy, because the camera can make you be like, yeah, so I try not to do that. We want to be professional. We always want to keep it professional, right? Not too hooch, not too, you know what I'm saying. So it's not that channel, but we can liven it up, and it's been working. I feel good. I'm filming a lot more, just random stuff. Like it might just be me with this water bottle. Hey, something, I don't know, whatever. So I like that, I don't have to film as much content, because I already have all kind of teaching stuff here. I got 1,000 videos, so I got all kind of teaching stuff in the courses and the books and everything. So now we just kind of showing people who we are, Lisa says, I saw that, love the dancing, LOL. Thank you, Lisa. Great. I'm not the best dancer. I think I can. You know what I'm saying? I think I can do a little something. Jeffrey thinks he can dance. I told somebody he should be on that show. And he actually is kind of smooth. He can dance. He pulls me around and all that. But I'm not good at following. So I think that's part of the problem. Hey, Notary fam. It's Kimmi. I am here to let you know, just in case you have not heard about the Notary Business Coaching Success Program. We meet weekly. We talk about your notarial duties, how to do an acknowledgement, how to do a jurat, how to administer an oath, everything you've been asking for. And guess what else is included? Unlimited access to all of my trainings that will also include ink fingerprinting, trust/estate documents. Learn how to properly execute a trust. Don't forget, we also have the private community, like-minded notaries who have been trained by me. Check out my book that I've written for each state, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama, California. You get the point. Wherever you're located, there's a book for your state. Well, hopefully I'll see you soon over in training. Notary Educators, LLC. We got you covered. Bye. I think that's part of my problem. I don't like to follow, so... Martha says, thank you, Kimmi. You are so welcome. Joy says, no, I haven't. I just follow you on YouTube. I did not know you were on the other platforms. Now I'm going to have to go and follow. What? Yes, Joy. I am on Instagram, Notary Educators with Kimmi. And actually, I had 2 Instagrams. And I probably did something I should not have done. Quite honestly, but I'm like, whatever, I gotta simplify my life. So Sometimes I'm of the mindset, and this you'll find this even in your notary business or whatever business you're doing, you're going to have to take some losses, what they say, an L, and then keep it moving. So on one of my IG pages, I had 453. It was actually growing. That one was called Notary Educators. And then I had my original Notary Life with Kimmi, because I changed the YouTube channel 2025 earlier this year. Everything became uniform. So everything now is Notary Educators or Notary Educators with Kimmi. So the Notary Educators page I had, it had to go because I had more followers on my Notary Life with Kimmi. So I changed the name of it from Notary Life with Kimmi to Notary Educators with Kimmi. So that's the same thing with this YouTube channel. It was Notary Life with Kimmi, and now it's Notary Educators with Kimmi, because the brand needs to be cohesive. Okay? The brand needs to be cohesive. Your brand needs to be cohesive. It shouldn't be that you're wearing, some of your website is in hot pink and some of it is in purple and some of it is in green. It should look a little uniformed, right? Imagine a house. If you go to the house in your neighborhood or apartment in your neighborhood and everything is a different color, everybody's like, oh, who lives in that house? Who lives in the hot pink house? There's nothing wrong with hot pink, because clearly that's my color, right? Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. But I want some consistency when it comes to my page, my house, my business house. It needs to be cohesive. So now Notary Educators, it's either Notary Educators or Notary Educators with Kimmi. So I shut down completely Notary Educators IG page. They had 450 people. I tried to get them to come over to the new page. Maybe one or two did. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know if they didn't see it because, algorithms and all that. So they didn't come over, and it's cool. So I shut it down. That meant 453 people, boom, just gone. Okay, so now I have to focus on one thing, because I want to start going live over there. And I don't think I'll be going live over there because I have to realize some facts about social media. For those of you who are thinking about doing anything in the social media space, I'm going to give you a couple tips right quick. And I don't have a channel on this. I should, because I know social media very well. But you got to go to where the people are where they want to hear you at. Okay, they like seeing me over there. Because the little videos with me dancing and stuff over there, they're doing great, right? And they're coming over to the website, so that's what I want them to do, right? But when it comes to talking to people, they'll go back and watch it on Instagram, but they don't want to sit live. Like we sit here and we'll talk for an hour. People come on and off and they'll ask their questions live. Not, live, real time. But over on Instagram, so I went live over there yesterday after I did the YouTube. 2 people came on. But now I think about 80 to 100 people have watched the live, right? So they don't want to come real time over there. It's fast paced. So if you're trying to pick a platform, you got to go where the people want to do what you want to do. So for me, sometimes I like to come on here and go live, and I like to talk and chat it up, tell you what's going on, find out your questions, kind of see who's new out there, what's up. But again, Instagram just doesn't do that for me. TikTok doesn't do that for me. Now, TikTok, I had a different experience. Couldn't really figure that baby out. But, you just go live. But I was trying to talk to people and trying to scroll. I was like, what the heck? So anyway. So my jam is YouTube. But I'm doing better over there, like I said, with the dancing. And then I'll do a little teachable thing up here, something like that, or just point, or just like, whatever. They love that. They are going crazy with that. So even in your business, it might be a little bit different in your notary business. I'm not going to recommend you do all the dancing and stuff, but you can put a little more life into it, right? On my personal business page, None Better Notary, I don't do all that dancing and stuff. I don't do that. Now, I have some videos on there where I'm teaching, like I might say, what is a power of attorney? Or I might say, hey, happy Sunday. This is one you can steal from me, okay? Hey, happy Sunday from None Better Mobile Notaries. I'm Kimmi. I love to be your notary. Something like that. But I don't do all that dancing and stuff over there, because it's professional. People want to make sure that you can handle their business, okay? All right, what other questions we have? Let's see. Joy said, oh yeah, she didn't know we was on other platforms. Hey, Robin. Robin says, love the video with the EWF music. Keep it going. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Lori says the music is right on point. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's really encouraging me too, because I was like, I wonder what the people think about that. And I do like music, so it's kind of hard sometimes to see what you want to put with it. And I was trying to hire somebody to do it, and the person that's been doing my posting for me, I'm actually getting ready to terminate that relationship the end of this month, the middle of the month actually, because she does a great job, but that's not what my business needs anymore. I don't need just posting. I need reels. Everything is reels. Everything is video. Everything is video, and it's only going to get worse. So I have a lot of people in my mentorship, and they're like, Kimmi, I don't want to show my face. Kimmi, I don't want to do video. Kimmi, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, you don't want to eat. That's what I'm thinking. I was like, oh, you don't want to eat. So again, everybody's not bent the same way I am, where I'm not too shy. I don't mind doing it crazy. I don't mind getting with you and all that. But I am going to encourage you to step out of your comfort zone, especially my people between like the ages of 40 to 60-ish. Even my 30-somethings. I got a lot of young people. They don't do social media. They don't do it. They don't do it. They don't like it. They don't want nothing to do with it. And I understand it. I understand it. Oh, yes, guys, please like and subscribe. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, I understand it. But let me tell you what happened, because somebody asked me in my mentorship the other day. They said, Kimmi, when did your business start to grow? And how long did it take? I had my business up and running about 4 months before it took off. And I'm going to tell you when it took off. I had a regular Google page, and then I didn't have any pictures on it. It was just a picture. I mean, just a page. I had no pictures. I had no reviews. I had nothing. So I would tell Jeffrey, I'm like, dang, ain't nobody calling me. YouTube told me I'm supposed to be getting $150 per job, and I can't get nobody to call me. So one day, I got to thinking about the real estate market for some reason, and realtors. And I said, what do they do? Realtors show their face on everything. They put their picture on their magnets. It's on their business cards. It's on everything. I didn't have my picture on my business card, right? I'm like, what? It was a dark color card. It was black and gold. And no picture. It was just, looking back, I wouldn't have called me either. So anyway, I decided I'm going to put my picture out there. And when I did, I went from one thing to the next. I started taking pictures with me with my stamp. I started putting pictures of me next to my car magnet. I started advertising. I started getting me some t-shirts. I have pictures with me in my shirt and on my website. And next thing I know, my phone is ringing and it ain't stopped. I also, when people call me, delivered. I go right up to that door. Hi, I'm Kimberly. I'm your notary. They feel that I want their business. They feel that they know that I want their business. It's not that I just want their money. So you got to make sure people know that you want to do business with them, and it's not just about the money. At the end of the day, do I have a Georgia Power bill due right now that before I came on this live, it was $202? I do. I have a Georgia Power bill due right now. It's not behind. That's just what it was. You know how you get to alert, right? So when I say that, I'm saying, hey, I'm not out here just for social work. Like what Jeffrey tell me when I underprice stuff. He said, oh, you doing this for social work, huh? You doing social work. I'm like, no, because he'll say, I'll tell him like, $20 or something. He know it should be like a $50 job. And he'll be like, oh, you doing social work today, huh? I'm like, no, I'm not doing social work. But I hear people's voice. Like, even today, someone in the group helped me out. She did a signing for me, and I couldn't get to it, so I put it in our mentorship program, and she took it. And I priced it at a certain point, but he was elderly, so I was gonna go do it for that price. And I was just trying to help go ahead and get the price set for him because I knew he was elderly. She was in the area, so she didn't mind doing it. Thank you, shout out. You know who you are, okay? But my point is, I do have a heart, so people know I want their business. So when I started executing and doing all those different things in my business, right? I'm advertising better. I'm showing them who I am. I have some life in my business. I have a smile on my face when they call me on the phone. I'm like, hey, thank you for calling None Better Mobile Notary. This is Kimberly. How may I help you? They like, wow, you wake up like that? If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me that, guys, I'd be rich. I do wake up like that. And if not, I've been on lives and Alexis will tell you I'm getting my water before that phone ring. When I hear it ring the first time, I'm like, okay, let me get myself together. And then I drink some water to get that morning sound out. I'll be like, good morning. Thank you for calling. Okay. I'm not being fake. I'm being real because I thank them for calling. I want them to call me. They could have called anybody else, but they call none better. Okay. Even when it comes to notary training, you could pick anybody out there. But when you rock with Notary Educators, we feel good about that. And we darn sure try to make sure you have a good experience. So what I do in my personal business, I do in my business, Notary Educators, okay? So I say all that. You take these gems and write these notes down. This is how you grow, okay? Everything I'm giving you the secret sauce. That's the secret sauce right there. And that ain't no secret because I tell you everything I do, okay? And some people say, well, Kimmi, how do you tell so much and you still able to sell things? And I watch a lot of people that have businesses and kind of mentors in the industry. They have YouTube channels and different stuff. I watch all their free stuff or whatever. I'm not paying $25,000 for no mentorship. At least I don't think I am. I don't even have that to pay. But anyway, I get free mentorship from them, right? And one of them said, if you got to be a gatekeeper and you can't just ad-lib talk about, just honestly talk about your business without feeling like somebody walking behind a car, without feeling like you're giving away everything you know, then you don't know enough. You don't know your industry. I can come on here every day for a year and tell you a story every day for the rest of my life, because something happens every day. Now they in my video, so yeah, you know what I'm saying. So all right, let's see what else we got. Let me say hey. Carrie Ann, hi there. Thank you again. Like and subscribe. Thanks, Lori. Joy says, I will definitely devour the book. I have started and stopped a couple times and gone back to restart it again, but I was in college, so now I have time to sit down and consume it all. Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. Just take your time. Take your time. Anthony Brown Show. What's up, my friend? Where you been at? Kimmi, I need your contact information. I had a client call me from Georgia, but I didn't have a notary in Georgia to send him to. So really, what I would say, hey, St. Bruce, I would put it in our Notary Educators Facebook group, because I don't typically have too many people just send me jobs. I appreciate it though, Anthony Brown, I really do, but I don't have people sending me jobs because I have my own jobs. I have my own clients. So a lot of times I've had 1 month, oh my God, thank you though, I appreciate it. 1 month I had 4 different notaries take an assignment and couldn't do it and wanted to give it to me. I'm not that person. I have my own business. I do. Now, if you call me on a one-off or you email me something, but don't take a job assuming that I can go and do it. I have my own jobs. I have my own schedule. So I don't even really like people to send me too much stuff. But if you want to try, you can send it to Notary Educators LLC at gmail.com. But again, I have my own work. So I would tell you to put it in our notary Facebook group. But again, I don't know that everybody in that Facebook group knows how to properly notarize documents. So that's not what that group is for. So I don't even put my jobs in there. I might ask for a witness in there, but I'm very picky about who I give my work to. So if you ever have a client, though, you just can't find anyone, say, for example, you couldn't get me or somebody else, then I'm going to go to Google, like a client, anybody else. I'm going to type in notary in that client's zip code, wherever they're located. I'm going to find them a 5-star notary, because I've had to do that before. Okay. Lori says you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. Katie's Kitchen says, I had a customer tell me I love you after I finished proofing them. Yes. Yes. And that's what you want. You want your clients to love you, to feel like they have a relationship with you. You know, I often tell this story. It's so funny that one of my clients, I did like 10 notarizations for her, and her sister needed a notary one day. And one day her sister was like, hey, I need a notary. And she was like, call my notary. And she was like, I didn't even know you had a notary. So yeah, I do the family notaries now. So I do all this stuff for her and all this stuff for her sister. Right. And that's what I want for you to be the go-to notary in your area. That didn't happen overnight. It did not. But once it did start happening, it was popping. Okay? Lori says, you talking to me, Kimmi. I'm working on getting out of my comfort zone. Yes, Lori. Yes. And it's so funny because the more you come out of your comfort zone, the more your business is going to grow. You've probably heard closed mouths don't get fed. And that's true. And the more you get out there in the neighborhood, I was popping off in places, dropping my cards off everywhere. I order my business cards. I used to order them at 100 at a time. Now I order them 1,000 at a time. And now I don't have to order any for a while because this last batch they messed up. I ordered 2,000. I ordered 2,000 business cards and they didn't come out right. Vistaprint gave me a whole nother 2,000. Yep. I love Vistaprint. I don't work for them. I don't got no affiliate with them. I paid $89, I think, for 2,000. So I hand out business cards like I hand out candy. Okay. I'm like, you get a card, you get a card, you get a card, you get a card. I hand out business cards like 3-4 at a time. Nobody leaving me without 3 or 4. Now, there's a rare occasion when somebody will say, oh, I have your number on my phone. I'll just save it. Most people, though, they getting 3 or 4. 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Okay. So, yeah, Lori, come on out the comfort zone. Welcome to the comfort zone. Hey, you gonna give me an idea, girl? I gotta write that down. I'm on my phone right now. I'm about to say that one. Come out of your comfort zone. Oh, Lori, that's gonna be a tribute to you, girl. I'm gonna do that on one of my little videos for notaries. I love it. Hey, Pamela Murphy, love who you are. Yes. So Robin says, here's a question. Recently started doing field inspections, noticing that the price range is between $18 and $20 for a 15+ mile trip here in Houston. I feel as if that's low. What are your thoughts? Yes, I totally agree with you. So I'm going to counter. Anytime I have an assignment, I don't care who, what, where, okay? If I have an assignment and it doesn't work for me, we're going to counter it, okay? And either they're going to pay it or they're not. If you don't ask them, it's always a no. I grew up in a house where you could always ask. Now, that don't mean it's going to change. Look, that don't mean it's going to change. I got to get this camera straight because I'm sitting in this car. I need to get out. Yeah, that doesn't mean the response is going to change, right? My daddy said no. He said no. But you never know. You reason with a person, well, I'm going to request another $20 due to the distance. I'm requesting an additional $40 because of the time, you know. So and they'll usually work with you. It's very rare that they won't. Some people say they just go ghost on you, and if that's the case, you have to be prepared when you ask a question. The answer is going to be yes or no, and you already know if you don't want to do it for what they offered it for, then that's going to be your choice and it's their choice, right? But I'm big on countering because I'm like, what time is it? Sorry. I'm big on countering. So if I really want the job, I'm going to counter it. And if I don't want to lose the job, I'm like, well, I'd rather have $20 than have $0. So that's going to be a decision you have to make. But I always counter. And I would encourage you to do the same. And that is low. I'm typically not doing nothing for $18 or $20. I don't do nothing for that dollar amount. I don't. Robin says she is writing those gems. Yes. Pamela says it's enough to share. Yes. I forgot what we were talking about sharing. Carrie Ann says, I love the energy. Just joined the mentorship. Ready to learn, serve, and earn. Oh, I love that, Carrie Ann, and welcome. Welcome to mentorship. Have you joined the group chat yet? I don't recall your name. But I might just see you at the meetings because some people don't want to get in the group chat. Some people don't want to come to the meetings. They just want to do the mentorship behind the scenes, and that's fine. And we had that happen recently. I'm looking, and I got a Google review, right? Somebody left a 5-star on Notary Educators. And I'm looking at it, and I was like, who is this? And they're talking about, yeah, I had 2 signings last night. So I said in the chat, I said, hey, who is AB? And they told me who they were. I was like, why you didn't tell me you had 2 signings last night? So a lot of people are just walking in silence, just doing their thing. They learn, they execute, they get it done. All right, let's see here. So I will see you soon. Yeah, Katie says that sounds too low. Yeah, it does sound low. Yeah, Carrie Ann, join the group me. That's how you're going to really get support too. As you're seeing what other people are going through out there, it's going to really encourage you and it'll help you to get motivated. You're like, okay, this person just had a signing. That person just had a field inspection. That person just had ink fingerprinting. That person just had this. Or that person had a apostille. It's going to motivate you to keep going or even to get started, okay? And to see what's possible. That's one thing about community. And I love that word community. And that's what we have over there. It's a true community. Each one teach one. Each one helps one. Everybody helps each other. You know, I've learned things. The journal came about. If you've not seen my notary journal collection, it is thebomb.com. If I have to say so myself, there are 10 different options. There are 10 different options of notary journals. So it's not your grandmama's notary journal. They're cute. I just don't have them with me today in the car. So check those out too at notaryeducatorsllc.com and look under the number one notary journal, and you have a choice of 10 to choose from. Actually, there's a few more, but I haven't put the other ones out yet. But the ones you have there now are the really, really, really nice. Okay. So anyway, check those out. But my point in mentioning the journals was one of the suggestions from one of our people in our mentorship. He was like, hey, can this come in hardback? And I was like, I thought about it. I said, no, it doesn't. And I said, well, why can't it? And I got to thinking about it that night, and your girl got it done, honey. So yes, we have 10 different journals. They come in paperback and hardback, and they are super nice. They really are. Everything a notary would need, every box that you need, a travel fee box, a number stamp box, total box of like what you charge, because you got to separate all that out. What signing company hired you? A lot of times we forget who that is, so that's included. It's real nice. Lori says, yes, we don't mind sharing our successes and our oops minutes. Yes, and we even have some of those. So, and that's true too, Lori. People are so humble in the group, and I share my mistakes too. I do. I made a mistake recently with one of our mentees, actually, and what I should have did, because I was trying to help her. This is my bad. I was trying to help her, and I know it was crunch time for her to get this signing completed. And what I should have did, and what I normally would do, if I'm not sure about something, I would typically say, if it gets to the point where it's like that person wrote that document, you need to contact the person who wrote it. And that's kind of what the situation was. The verbiage was not clear. So I'm like, well, maybe do this, do that. And it was wrong. But that's one out of 6 years on YouTube. I'm human. But I did make a mistake, So like I told her, I said, hey, what can we do to get it corrected? That's what we need to do. And the client was super nice. The client understood. And again, if I had that to do over again, after we had exhausted everything that we can do, because we didn't write the document. Notary Educators did not write that document. After we exhausted everything that we could do, what I should have did was and told my mentee, hey, reach out to the person that gave it to her. And I don't know why I did not. This is the first time. But again, there was a lot going on. So when you think about all that, no excuses, because I did it. I'm owning it, right? But I should have told her to reach out to the person that gave her the document so we can confirm what do they want in that space. Because it was a very tricky notarization the way it was worded. And they're not all created equal. I say that all day long. They're not. And that would have been my normal MO. But again, I was trying to help her get it done, because I'm all about how can we make it happen? How can we turn a no into a yes? And in that case, it would have been better, even if it hadn't been she can't get it signed at night till she talked to somebody. That's what we should have did. So it happens. So anyway, Katie's Kitchen says, I have notarized one document so far. That was another notary's shiny new certificate after he got his commission. Oh, good. Well, at least you're getting started. That's the point. Yes. Anita says, hi, Kimmi and everybody. I took my oath last week. Just waiting on my stamp now. In the meantime, I've been reading my handbook. Please keep us up to date if you decide to move forward with YouTube membership. I will. Yep, I will. And it may be sooner than June 1st, but because I actually think I got just about all of it together. But again, I think that's going to be nice. It's going to be a new weekly video uploaded. I forgot that part too. It's going to be a new video uploaded weekly. So you're constantly learning the deeper stuff. I'm pretty deep here, but you can imagine how deep we are. And then you get to hear the Q&A part. So it's really good. It's really good. And that's based on a lot of times work experience. So you get to see behind the scenes what's going on. And then eventually, if you're ever ready to upgrade mentorship, you can leave this one. You can cancel it anytime when we start the one here on YouTube and come over to the other one. So you have options, okay? That's how we learn loving it. Okay. Thank you, Pamela. And Robin says, thanks. I appreciate your thoughts. I've countered a couple times and the crickets showed up, so I keep going. Yeah, and again, they probably are finding someone, Robin, who doesn't mind doing a job for $15, who doesn't mind doing it for $20, And I will encourage you and even challenge you, if it's right around the corner for $20 for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, for 20 minutes. Now, I ain't doing a whole hour for $20 because I can go get me a job, right? But if it's something really quick just to start, they might even want to see how you work, because that's a lot of times why so many lowball offers too. I'm going to say this, I'm going to get ready to go because I got to go meet Jeffrey so we can do this workout. But what I was going to say, though, a lot of times, even with signing companies, they start out with low offers because they already know the first notary going to jack it up because she don't have no training. She just got her commission. She just out there willy-nilly stamping documents. So they know, let me pay this $20. Let me pay this $30 because now I got to pay a second notary to get out there. It happened to me so many times. I wish I had $1 every time somebody did that, because the first one then jacked it up. The second one may have jacked it up. And then a third time they got to call me. Right? So when they call me, they already know I'm not going for $15. I'm not going for $30. Okay? I'm probably not leaving my house. Well, I don't leave my house for under $50. So I'm not doing anything under $50. So they already know by the time they call me, it's going to be 3-4 times what they was going to pay that first notary who jacked it up. Now, a lot of times the signing companies will figure, well, you know what? Let me pay the $30. Let me pay the $20. And maybe, just maybe, they get it right and I get to pocket the rest. Right? Take a chance. It's a gamble. But then you have some signing companies, they don't even play them kind of games. They just paying what it's worth. Just call me when you know you're ready to come out with that money and you want a qualified notary. Just call me. Call me when you get ready to pay the money. Now, all that other stuff, they're going to lowball, and then they're going to send it out to the person that don't know what they're doing so they can just take a job, and then they got to call somebody else. So, it's a vicious cycle. That tired me out right there. All right, let's see what else we got right quick, because I do need to get out of here, but I like to always try to answer all your questions. Okay. Katie's Kitchen says, I'm in Texas. Would the Facebook group be applicable for me? I literally just found you the other day and haven't been able to sit down and go through your channel. Oh, yeah, you can join it for free. Notary Educators Facebook group is completely free for everybody. And, yeah, you'll benefit. People ask questions in there. Sometimes people looking for a witness in there. It's over 10,000 notaries. So, I don't know that they're all notaries. Sometimes people are just trying to get information. So, it doesn't matter, but it's free. So, why not? That's another free resource for you, okay? Notary Educators is the Facebook group. Now, our private chat is for our mentor program. And that's people that's actually learning the business and doing the business and need help that way. So you have another that's free. Just ask Shar, how you doing? What question you got to ask Shar? All right, Robin, thank you. Robin's telling Katie, I've been watching Kimmi for a while. She's the real deal. Considering joining mentorship. I'm in Texas. Secretary of State does not have a lot of training. No, most states do not. I appreciate that too, Robin. Thank you so much. Most states do not have any training. And what little bit they do give you still don't prepare you for real world. So it doesn't matter what state you're in, as I stated earlier. All of your documents are not going to come from your state. You need to know how to notarize any piece of paper. And I do have that video here. I can notarize a piece of toilet paper. So can you, no matter what state you are in. So that's what I teach you how to do. I give you basics. What I teach you is not sexy. Okay? It's not. I go over marketing. I got a whole marketing course. I got a whole Google course. I got all the bells and whistles. But if you don't know how to stamp that paper, you have no business doing business. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. If you don't know how to stamp that paper, you have no business doing business. And I see it all day long. Oh, I went out there and I did this. I got this job, and they'll try to put a picture of it in Facebook. Now what do? You shouldn't have been out there in the first place. I'm serious. Now, that was one of my little shorts I did earlier. No. Don't do no papers and you ain't got no training. Okay? All right, let's get this last one out. I got to go. So check me out, though. All Things Notary here on the channel. Check out Notary Educators Facebook group is free. The mentorship, and it's mentorship is already out. And then also membership is coming here on YouTube soon. Dallas Fort Worth. Listen to Kimmi. She knows what she's saying. Thank you, Lori. Y'all so sweet. Should we connect? So y'all got a couple people that might be making connections there. All right. You guys figure that out. But in the meantime, in between time, I am Kimmi, Notary Educators. I gotta go get my health on. I might do a little video with me walking out here. All right, guys. But anyway, until next time, I wish you much success. Okay. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring as you build your notary business. Don't forget to explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training notary library for more resources to expand your skills and services. Stay connected with us on YouTube at Notary Educators with Kimmi for even more tips, tricks, and industry insights. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who want to succeed in the notary field. Until next time, keep growing and learning, and take your notary business to the next level. See you soon! Don't forget, for all things notary related, visit notaryeducatorsllc.com.